Hey guys, so I wanted to tell you guys what happened the other night because it was honestly a really like scary experience. And so you guys know, if you've been watching my channel for a while, that when I was still living in Indiana, we had an electrical fire in the kitchen. And you guys know how nervous and anxious that made me and like how much it messed with my mind. Well, the other day here at the house in Michigan, um, we actually ended up having a chimney fire. So, for those of you who don't know, no, it's not like a fire that is normal or something that someone enjoys to have happen. It is actually something that is dangerous and could start your entire house on fire. So, what happened was in the living room, we have a little like electrical heater that's kind of like a radiator, if you guys know what that is. Um, but our main source of heat for the living room, which is an addition to the main house that my godmother added after the main house was built, the main source of heat in there is the fireplace. And so, like, many days we have had fires in the fireplace just to keep warm over this past winter. And the other day we were just putting some more wood on the fire, and all of a sudden we started hearing like this really loud noise in the fireplace. And to give you guys an idea of where we were all sitting when it happened, like there's the fireplace, and then there's the puzzle table where my godmother's sister sits, and she's always either doing a puzzle or doing some quilting. And she kind of like she puts a board over the puzzle table to cover up the puzzle while she's doing her quilting and sewing or whatever else she's doing. And she was sitting there, and she sits there because it kind of keeps her warmer. um and it's kind of like a good spot to have the puzzle table because you can stay warmer while you're sitting there doing the puzzle. Or sometimes they play card games and all that. Well, there's the puzzle table, and then there's the couch, which is a big, huge sectional couch that actually used to belong to my mother before she moved. And anyway, my godmother and I were sitting on the couch. Well, we put this more wood on the fire in the fireplace, and like I said, all of a sudden we hear this roaring sound. And we thought maybe it was just the wind because, sometimes when the weather is bad, the wind will make sort of a roaring noise in the fireplace. Or sometimes when a log starts on fire really good, it makes sort of a roaring noise. Well, we thought that that's what it was, but it was not. My godmother's sister and my godmother went outside to check the chimney because it was really loud. And there was a whole bunch of smoke pouring out of the chimney, but at first we couldn't see any flames. And then when they went outside from another door to get a better vantage point, there were flames shooting up out of the chimney. And we used those, like the creosote logs that you can buy that are supposed to burn out whatever creosote has built up in your chimney, because that buildup is what leads to chimney fires. Thankfully, everybody was okay. My godmother was able to pull the garden hose out of the basement because she has a well. So the hose is in the basement, and she was able to hook it up so that she could spray water on the chimney itself. And eventually, like, I was standing by the doorway to the living room addition, telling her what was going on the inside while she was outside spraying the water on the chimney. And thankfully, her doing that for like 5-10 minutes was able to stop the fire in the chimney. Thankfully, it didn't spread to any other area. And we're all a little bit more tentative now about like the noises when the logs really take off burning. But thankfully, there's no like huge major issue when it comes to that. And, you know, thankfully everybody was safe, everybody's fine, other than just a little um, shaken up and having our nerves messed with, because that was definitely a nerve-wracking experience. And apparently they had had a chimney fire last year. I can't remember if it was spring or fall that they told me they had had another chimney fire, and they were able to um, stop that one by just closing like the doors to the fireplace, because there's these glass doors on the outside, like the fireplace. They have like the little um what are they called? They're like the little chain like curtains. I can't think of what the actual name is for them right now that you can close, but then there's also glass doors on the outside of the fireplace that you can close to completely cut off oxygen to that area. Um, but yeah, as my godmother was spraying the water on the chimney the other day, the stuff was just dropping down from the chimney. So I'm thinking that we really need to have like a serious deep cleaning of the chimney when the weather gets better. Um, so yeah, it wasn't the greatest experience, but thankfully nobody got hurt. Everybody was fine. The fire didn't spread to other parts of the house. And, you know, yeah. So I just wanted to share that. If you guys have a fireplace, make sure that you're cleaning it out on a regular basis to avoid chimney fires, because they can and will happen. Even if you use like a creosote log that is supposed to help. My godmother says she's not too sure about like how much these creosote logs actually help anymore, because obviously it didn't stop a chimney fire um, from happening. And we've used them like every so often, at least once a month. We've been using them over the winter, so I don't know. But anyways, that's my little story for today. I hope you guys are having a great day. If there's any other topics you'd like me to talk about in the future on my channel, please let me know and I will get something filmed for you. And with that being said, I will talk to you guys next time.